Okay, good day, everyone. Welcome to today's class. So, this is the first video I'm making, and so today we'll be talking about interfacing with the Pixellab app, knowing all the tools and all the functions. It's just an overview on what you need to know. As time goes on during the course of the training, we're going to understand more on how to use the Pixellab more. One thing you must understand when as a designer is that you learn on the job. So the more practice, the more you get to know different usage of the app. So this is the major app we're using for our designing, plus other supplementary app we're using for other editings and other. So let's get started. So I'll be explaining each tool one after another, and I'll be making a design out of this tutorial. I'll try as much as I can not to make it long. So let's get started. So first of all, if you look at the screen, you will see a plus sign here. I don't know, can you see the plus sign there? So the plus sign there, when you click on it, you will see about five objects there. You see text, you see current date, you see sticker, you see shapes, you see from gallery, you see draw. If you click on text, that's how to add text to your work. So you can edit the text by clicking on this A button here. This A button, when you click on it, you see edit. Everything that has to do with text is on this place. You see edit, you see delete, you see copy. If you want to copy the text, you copy it, you see it's already to, so you go back. So this icon here is for reversing, it's for undoing. If you want to undo what you've done, so click on the text. So edit, you see delete. If you want to delete the text, you want to copy the text, if you want to take the text to the front, or you want to take it to the back. That's if there's an image in the front of the text and you want to take the text to the front, you click on this. If you want to take the text to the back of the image, you click on this. All these tools will be explained as we design more. There's a positioning. If you don't want to use your hand to move the text around on the Canva, because what you work on is called Canva. It's called Canva. So if you don't want to move the text around it, you can use this move tool here. You can increase the speed rates. This button here is the speed rate of the movement. So if you want to move it to the left, you click on this side. You want to move it to the right, you click on this. If you want to move it upwards or downwards, so that's that. Then this also for relative position. If you want to ensure that your text is in proper alignment, you click on this, you click on this. You see it's in the middle now. If you want to take it to the extreme left, see, if you want to take it to the extreme right, if you want to take it up, downwards or upwards, whatever way you want to put it. So that's that on the text. That's that on the relative position. See the text size. If you want to increase the size of the text, you can use this button to add it little by little. If you don't want to use this interface here, sure. Everything that has to do with text is here. You can see padding. I will also explain this as we continue. This padding, okay, it's not that difficult. If you want, maybe as the text is now, you want to give it space to see what you're doing. So that is padding. That's padding. Then have text color. If you want to change the color of the text, there are still some, there's some effects you can make here on. If you want to select maybe a particular letter you want to change the color, you can select it here. Maybe I selected just this text now, I can change the color to red. So you can see I can change it to white back. I can change it to any color I want, any color. So you can select the ones you want, or you can select all and give it a color that you are working on. This is texture. If you want to add a a texture to your text, you can use it. I'm going to explain that more the opacity of the text. So you reduce the faintness or the brightness of the text. That's opacity. You do rotation of the text. If you want it to move on degree level, you see it's on degree level. If you move it down to the lowest, it's 180 degree. If you move to the highest, it's still also 180 degree. So if you take it to the middle, you can move it to any degree you want. Oh, now if you notice here, there's something here. If you can see it, maybe if you have moved to this degree and you don't want to stress yourself, start wasting time to take it to zero back, you just click here, it will come back to zero. So that's that. So maxing, I don't want to go into that now. There's a lot to talk about on maxing, or as we continue, we talk about it. Then font, very important. But when you click on this font, you see this Pixellab comes with a lot of beautiful fonts, a lot of nice font, and that's why we are using this Pixellab. If you go to your Play Store, you will see a Pixellab there, but if you install that one, it does not come with all these fancy fonts. These are fonts that comes with this Pixellab app, so you can choose any font you want from this place. There are amazing fonts here you can pick from, but I'm also going to be sending another premium resource on fonts. Like if you look at my Pixellab, if I click on my fonts, you will see all the fonts I've imported. These are all the fonts I've imported. I've downloaded them online and I've imported them. So there are some that you have to buy, but there are more free ones that you can get online. So all these fonts are the fonts I've imported. So I'm going to also make a video on how to import fonts into your Pixellab app. So let's continue. This is the style of the font. If you want to make it bold, if you want to make it italic, click on it. If you want to make underlined, so if you just click on this cancel, everything you've done on the text styling will just go back. And you can also select the part of the text you want to make bold, or the part of the text you want to make italic, or you want to underline. So that's that. Then the curve of the text, you can use this to curve your text. You can use it bending of your text and the rest. So you click here, you come back to. So it's also for text background, but let me not go into this now, just not to confuse you. In alignment, you can align your text to the left. That's if you have a lot of text here, you can align it to the left or to the right, or we're going to explain this more. So let's continue. You see spacing, you can space the letters, you can space the words. So yes, so I'm just quickly going through an overview of this. Also, this line spacing has a meaning. A stroke, if you want to add a stroke to the text. So these are things you go and study, go and find out the meanings of some of these words and know them. Shadow, if you want to add a background shadow on the text, if you want to add an inner shadow. So all these things has meaning and it has presentation. You see emboss also, there is what we use this emboss for. If you want to make your text look like a plastic, but let's not go into that now. Perspective also very important, is a good tool for making your text looks amazing. Then 3D rotation, I don't want to bring you into all these complex ones for now. As a designer, you don't go into things you don't yet understand. So as time goes on, I'm going to be bringing tutorials on making more videos on this, on how to use some of these effects or tools in the Pixellab app, so that you can have a better understanding. So that's that. Let's go back to where we started from. We just finished talking about the text. Then you can see current date, you can see sticker, you can add stickers. There's some stickers that come with the Pixellab app. You see them under here. So but you don't need them, you don't need all these stickers. So you can add. Now for you to add an image, good, for you to add an image from your gallery, you click on from gallery. from gallery. You can add any image you want. Any image you want, you can add. Once you click on that image, the image will just add automatically. Yes. So once you click on the image, you just see it appear on your work. So yes, can you see that now? So this is an image added. So I want to delete it. I'm not using it. So you can also see draw, but let's pause on that for now. So the next icon you see there is this one over here. This is majorly used to save your work. So click on it, you see two options: save as project and save as image. You want to save as project is to save. If save as project, you save your current work you're doing. Maybe you're done with the work, you want to save it, you just click on save as projects and you type the name, flyer design, and okay, I think I have something, flyer design 2, and save it. Ensure that you put the right image, because as you're saving this project, it is saving automatically to your phone storage. So even when you delete your Pixellab app and you install it again, those projects will automatically come up again. It will just appear in your Pixellab app. Yes, that's how it works. And also, maybe you want to change your phone and okay, you want to transfer all your file, you can just go to your file folder and check for Pixellab folder. You just copy it and send to the new phone you want to use, and everything will automatically be saved on that new device, and it will come up when you install your Pixellab app. So that's how it works. Yes, so let's continue. We want to save as image. When you're done with the work, you want to save it, you want to export it as an image, you click on save as image. If it's not a transparent background, you can change it to put, if it's a transparent background you want, you can change it to PNG. PNG means an image on a transparent background without a background. That's what it means. So you can put it on PNG or you leave it on JPEG. JPEG is the actual, or is the main exporting format of images. So I'm going to still make more emphasis on that. Then you can now, the quality of the flyer you're sending or whatever work you're sending out, you need to increase it. Always set it at ultra. Click on ultra. Always set it as what? Ultra. So you save to gallery. It will just save automatically to your phone. So let's continue. Then the next tool there is the reverse tool. You see, I've already explained this tool, the undo tool, the reverse tool. Once you click on it, it will take you back to what you're doing before. Then this tool here is the zooming tool. So once you click on it, you can begin to zoom your work to 500%. You can also zoom it back. Now once you are zooming your work, you cannot do anything unless, if you have zoomed the work, then you come and click it back to remove it. Then you can now start editing whatever you want to edit on the work. Yes, so when you want to take it back, you just click on it and click on it again. It will take you back to how it were before. So that's that. The next one is your share. If you want to share the work on Facebook, Twitter, Google, whatever you want to share it at, that's the share button, or I believe you know what this button represents. And this is for quotes, if you want to add a quote, but not necessarily. Then if you click on these three icon here, I know why I skipped this one. I'm coming for this. So you click on these three icon here, you will see some special features like use from gallery. If you want to use image from your gallery, you click on it, it will import image as well. If you click on particular image you want to, let me click on this image, so it will, sorry, yes, so let me click on that image, it will come in. Now when you click on that part, this one now, it automatically makes your it, image you import from this place automatically becomes your background. You cannot edit it. You cannot edit that image again. So let's go back. That's not what we want. Oh, sorry, I don't know. Sometimes this Pixellab used to act abnormal. So let me go back to the work and start. Yes. Okay. Oh, yeah. So see, or you want to now the next thing is you want to turn it to a full screen. You want to use image from camera. If you want to snap a picture and use immediately, then you click on this. If you want to export image, if you want to change image size, you click on this, and you can choose the size. Now, understanding this sizing is something you need to study carefully. There are different sizes of flyers, there are different sizes of designs. So as a graphic designer, you must know the various sizes that we have. But one of the custom size that a lot of flyer design used to have is just this 1280 by 1280. So if you click on these presets, you will see different options. You can see square, you can see profile picture, YouTube channel banner, YouTube thumbnail, Facebook cover art, Google Plus cover art, Twitter header size. So these are various design sizes. So you can just go to your Google or ChatGPT and ask what are the various um, design sizes, so you can know them. So whenever you're dealing with a client, you can ask them the size of the design that they want, so that you can use the exact design. Is normally important, especially if it is for a particular social media or for a website, or they want to print it so that it will not cause issue in whatever they are using the design for. So that's that. Let's continue. So the next thing is, you can see contact, rebuff, tutorials, remove ads, cover auto save. If you want to, maybe you were working on a work, you're working on a work, and automatically you removed it without saving it. Looking at the project and you remove it without saving it, you can come and click on recover auto save. You can just have, you have limited, it is limited because of the size of the work. So it's limited. They just have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you can just come back and click. I think I was working on some things before. If I click on the last one here, you will see it will bring back something I was working on before. So these are some of the things I've just been over the few moments I've been on this app. I'm just having a tutorial, and that's why it's bringing back this text. So let's continue. Okay, if you want to open a PNG file, these ones are, I'm going to explain them later. The opening of a PLP file, that's a raw file of Pixellab app. It's called PLP file. You can send out a file of a design you have done, and someone else can import it and have that same design and make editing on that design. So it's called raw file. So it's PLP file. But I'm going to explain that more in another video. So let's now come down to this other one, this button here. Now this button is called layer button. Now if you see, this text I added here is inside. This is a layer. This is a layer. If I add another text, you see it will appear in another layer. If I add a shape, it will appear in another layer. Now this is a shape. I just added a shape. Now you can change the shape from here. Sorry, I omitted talking about the shape. You can change the shape from here. Choose the kind of shape you want. Any shape. If it's a circle, you can choose the shape you want. You can work on the radius of the shape. And you see, you can also work on the opacity of the shape. I'm going to explain this more using because I'm going to design a flyer by the end of this video. Then you can work on the stroke of the shape. You can reduce the opacity of the shape of the stroke. This one has to do with opacity of the stroke. Then you can blur shape. So So as if I add that shape now, for instance, if I add the shape, for instance, you will see there's another layer that just added now. You can see that. So that's how you can lock the layer. This will make the layer to become invisible, or whatever you're doing to be invisible. You can lock the layer to not be movable again. Like, okay, let me lock the shape now. If I lock the shape, I can't move it. I can't move it again. You can see I can't move it. Can't do anything. So you can also make some little editings on the layer here. It's just like a shortcut to some editings on that particular layer. So that's that. Let me unlock this, and or let me delete it. So okay, sorry, let's go back. Yes, for the editing of this shape, anything has to do with the editing of this shape is the third icon here. The third icon here. So you can see editing of shape. If you click on it, you can go back to when we're adding the layer, the things we did. Here you can see the deleting of the shape, cropping of that shape, or whatever. Is also applies to image, shapes, image, whatever anything you import. This way you edit them on this third icon. When you click on it, you see all this stuff. You can see to bring to front or to take to back. You can see the positioning, just the same way it applies to the text. You can see relative position. You can see the color of that shape. You can change the color to red, to green, to whatever color you want. Now when you see on color, you see gradient. Gradient color is a mixture of color, mixing one or two colors or three colors together. Yes, so look at some of the ones I just did of recent. You can see. So there are different ways of using gradients. When I'm talking on color theory, you understand better. So you can also change the opacity. Okay, yes, the texture first. You can add a texture to that shape. You can change the opacity. You can also work on the color filters, the shape. I'll explain that later. You can add a stroke as well. Okay, erase, you see maxing, you see erase color. Now all these complex ones will be explained more in detail as we progress. So yes, that brings me back to the last icon at the top, which is this icon here. This icon here is your alignment tool. When you click on it now, yes, if you know, when I was talking about the principles of design, I talked about alignment, making your shape to look in order. So you can also use for you to now edit the alignment lines. This thing helps to guide you by designing. So you can choose, if you click on this third one here, you can choose the number of lines you want to have on this guide. You can choose 5, 5, 5. Okay, see now. Then you can move them to the way you would like. When I want to design, I just put on these things to help me guide my work. So when I'm designing, I know I'm not to exceed these limits. So I can remove all these ones. As I click on them, I can remove them. Click on them, I can remove them. So I can also remove all these ones in the middle. Remove them. So you see, I can now lock it. So when I'm designing, I know whatever I'm designing should not exceed these borders. It's just like when you're writing an exam, they will tell you, do not write on the border. So when I'm designing, I will just ensure that my work does not exceed this border. So for instance, maybe I want to make this image to onto multiple places. I can duplicate it, copy it, and bring it down also. So I'll be very careful. Can use the positioning to ensure that it doesn't exceed that line, so it makes your work look well and properly arranged. So move it back so it can go slowly. Move it, move it, move it. Oh, you see how my work is looking proper now. You see it looking very well aligned and well arranged. Can you see that? Can also bring it down so to see the adjustments. Yes. So see now, it's aligned. No one is, bigger than the other. No one is on moving out. They are on the same line. That's what makes your work outstanding. That's what makes your work unique. Yes. So let's continue. I explain that now. Then the next thing I'm to do now is talk on this fourth icon here. Oh, sorry, fourth icon here. If you click on it, all this has to just do with the background. The icon there has to do with background. If you want to change the color of your background, you can click on this icon here. You see, you change the color. You can choose a normal color. You can choose a white color. So you want to change the color of the background. If you want to make the background to be transparent, if you want to change the image size as well, like I've explained that. If you want to add an image, now if you click on this image, it's image that is in this Pixellab that you can use, which you don't necessarily need. Then if you want to add image from your gallery to make your background, so if you click on this from gallery, automatically whatever image you click on will become your background image. You can't edit it, you can't move it. Good. Or you want to snap a picture with your camera to use that as a background image. So, but you don't need that as a designer. You don't need that for now. So also these are effects that has to do with the background. That's the last icon here. All the effect that has to do with the background. But let me not bug you. I'm trying as much as I can not to make this video to be too long. I'm going to explain this as time goes on. Yes. Then lastly, I omitted something. I did not talk about this first icon here. So let's click on it and see what's there. So if you click on it, you see my projects. Click on it. All the work you have been doing are being saved here. If you want to get some of the work you have been doing, is here. Look at all the projects I've done. I've done a lot of work, a lot of work, a lot of work, a lot. So these are some of the projects. Some of my projects, I'll even lose some of them. Maybe the ones I was not able to save. So you can click on any one and voila. So just that. If you want to also start up a new project, you can click on any of these sizes here. These are size options that they give to you, image size option or flyer size options they give to you. So you can click on any of them, you start a new project. Okay, so I think that's on all the tools in Pixellab. So let's quickly design a simple church flyer. Let's quickly design a simple church flyer. So just watch me as I design. So some of the things I've explained, I'm going to be putting it into use. So yes, let's get right into it. Good. So I click on this to start a new. So I'm going to just be using the custom size. So quickly. So first of all, I want to change the image background. So and I want to use a gradient background. Okay, I want to use a gradient background. So I click on. I don't want to use some of these colors. I want to use a blue color. So I click on a plus sign there. So I already choose it. So I click on this first button here to add a color I want. So you show me the color wheel. I choose this color here. So yes, then I'll come here, choose the next color I want, choose a deeper blue, and take it back like this. Okay, yes, I like this. Yes, so this is what I want. Then let me import the logo I want to use. I think I have. Let me just look if I can get just a random logo to just use for the church flyer design. Okay,